how to attract what you need in your life. And what we must do is start with what we have. Leverage what you have. Don't worry about what you don't have. We all have something greater than most, something that we're extremely good at. I don't care what it is, but there are enough people out there that will want to use your expertise. There's billions of people, and there's a handful that will want you and need what you have. So start with what you do have. What is in your hand, in your mind, in your heart that will help others? Just the thought of carrying, of thinking of this encourages one. Don't worry on what you don't have. Focus on what you do and do it well. And you will draw the other experts you need in your life to have a complete picture, a great company. The Red Sea crossing wasn't just for everyone else. It was for Moses, for his family, for his friends, for his loved ones. My words are my greatest strengths. Your words are your greatest strength. Choose them carefully because they will create what you will become. You have become who you are because of your words, what you've spoken over yourself, over your life. And just keep in mind, every good gift comes from above. Your greatness is from God, and it increases. It comes from God. Worship Him first to increase it. With the lips of your tongue and your words, you create. If you can't encourage yourself, how are you going to encourage anyone else? You need to be an encourager of yourself to start with. How are you going to help anyone if you can't even help yourself? You need to be strong in yourself. When it comes to employers, if they will cheat you in the little things, they will cheat you in the big things. Some will be honest, when there's only small amounts of money involved, but as soon as it gets large, a lot of them become dishonest. They can't handle that. But it's better to work with someone that's inferior in different areas, even an inferior product, but someone that you can count on, that you know has your back and will take care of you and watch out for you. Will always be honest to you. If you can't have an honest employer, you're in the wrong place. You just got to get out of there, because in the end, you will lose. Honesty and integrity must be the foundation of your work and anyone you're working with. You say you have to make a living, not with the dishonest. Don't do it. Because when it comes to the crunch, they will take all you have and they'll give you a gold plastic watch. Just see what happens to the others that left the company. All you have to do is look at them, talk to them. Oh, you're different. You have a different relationship. Oh, your company's different. But don't worry. You will be treated just like the others were, good or bad. Many companies will squeeze all the juice they can out of you and then put you out to pasture. They've had it. They don't need you anymore. Fired, laid off, whatever they dream up. Too sick, too tired, too whatever. But some with integrity, when it comes to the big sale day of their company, want to share and give all their employees a portion of what they helped to build. But the majority of owners, if you're with the wrong one, sell off into the sunset when they sell, leaving everyone high and dry, and then the new management takes over and cleans house. They don't care what you did. You didn't do anything for them. If a company doesn't love their employees and respect their contributions, they will greatly disappoint you in the end. You can't win with someone like that. Oh, yes, I have a great pension. But then they figure out how the original contract you signed had some fine points in it you didn't know about. And it goes on and on. Then they say, too bad, so sad, sue me. Of course, you don't have money to sue them, so they walk with your money. But I don't care what age you are, 50 or 100, you're not finished. For many of us, our age is our greatest benefit. Be yourself. Don't try to be someone else. Your edge is who you are, that no one can copy. They can try to duplicate it, but no one can be you. No one can have the edge, the personal edge you have. Maybe you're not the funniest, but you're funny. Operate in that. You can't build on someone else's foundation, only God's foundation. And even if someone else is building on God's foundation, it doesn't mean that was the foundation for you. Your strengths, your purposes, it may not be that. If it jives with someone else, great. But don't give up your perspective, your strengths, your unique angle on this life of yours. And help others to do the same. If you're not captain over your beliefs, your strengths, your will, and you give it up to fulfill what someone else thought your dream should be, that your work should be, it's not going to turn out well. We have many teachers, but few fathers. You need fathers in this world. You need to work for fathers. You see, a father is all the way in it for you and his children. The teacher is just a paid representative who, as soon as there's a problem, they run. They have no skin in the game. They're not interested in your future. But fathers are interested in your future. That's who you have to work with. The teacher's just concerned that he gets his. And you might get yours out of it, but not likely. Because he has no investment in your success, except to sell you another teaching program or something with really no guts to it. Teacher, he always comes out rich, but not their students. Maybe some. But that's not the Father's way. Those employers, bosses, are teachers, but they're not fathers. But a father gives more than he can take. God being the perfect example and Jesus Christ being that example. A father's great joy is from the students succeeding. He's concerned if they fail, he failed. But if you're you're successful, he's successful. That's a true winning combination, and that's who you have to work around and be around. And don't worry about the pay, because you'll get more there than you'll ever get from the others. In this combination, there's not a winner and loser, but both win. When a father's student hurts, he hurts. When he's joyful, he's joyful. If someone uses you just as a stepping stone to get more people, more students, that's a teacher, that's not a father. And if he switches to that, he might start out well, but a lot of them, unfortunately, many have fallen off that thinking and have decided that their life is more important than yours. No one can steal your glory, but you can give it away. So you have to ask yourself, if not now, when? If not here, where? You only have today. Don't count on tomorrow. You may not wake up here. Enjoy the glory of the day. Tomorrow will have its own glory, pains, whatever. If you knew this was your last day, would you be thinking what you're thinking now and doing what you're doing now? Get that in your heart. If you're not doing your work that your soul and you were made for, you're in the wrong place. And treat the day as your last. Savor it. Why operate in a half-mast day, half power, when your full concentration and energy could elevate you to the highest levels? And I'm not just talking finances, I'm talking everything. You can't let your mind and heart be driven by your rear view mirror, what you've done, or what you could do in the future, because you don't have a future right now. You just have today. The only power you have is today. Don't let the past or future chew a bunch of it up. The power, the most power you have is in today, in this moment. If you wait and you hesitate and the day passes, you let go of the day you could have done something. Don't be afraid of who you are. Embrace it. Better or for worse, accept yourself. Many people hate themselves and would like a divorce, but you're stuck with you. Accept it and walk in the direction that will bring you closer to God, which will bring you closer to your true self. If God doesn't hate you, why would you hate yourself? There's just one of you. There's not another. You can't be someone else. You'll always be a copy if you want to copy someone else. You'll be not what you could have been. When you look for happiness and fulfillment in what you are, if you try to look where you're not, then your jealousy and envy and all that comes out. And murder, at least in your heart. But you can't be jealous of yourself. It's you. Have fun. Stop whining. I'm thankful for what I have done and what I have learned, but I don't want to stay there like old oil. It was great. Yesterday had its day. But now I need the oil juice for today. Don't let yesterday need to be repeated. It had its day. Let today have its time in the sun. Just walk around in this day like you've never been in this day before, because you haven't. And when you imagine future is future. If you spend your time in the present and the future, then you missed when you could have really done something. If you miss today by not being your full self, you have only yourself to blame. Treat today as a clean, whole sheet, a clean white sheet, and you can create whatever you truly desire. You can paint today all the colors of joy, whatever you want. Today is not made up of yesterdays. It stands on its own. It stands on its own 2 feet. And don't let your yesterdays be better than your todays, no matter what. And sure, there's times for mourning, I understand that. But not today. Don't be sitting at a restaurant eating great food and talking about how great the restaurant you had last month in the past. Depreciates what you have in front of you. Enjoy what you have. What you have now is always going to be greater than what you had, because it's real, it's something you can eat and touch and do. The food is in your hand, not in some distant past. Sure, Jesus healed in the past, but we need healing today. And it's like you're either consuming content or you're creating content. There are those who were active in a godly life, but now is always God's time. He doesn't say, who did you serve yesterday? Who will you serve tomorrow? He says, who will you serve today? This day, who will you serve? Don't try to operate in the past or in the future, because you can't operate in either one. You only have now, and then it's gone. Now, and then it's gone. If you thought the past was fun, today could be much more fun. To God and to yourself and to everyone else, what you are today is much more important than what you were, or what you could have been, or what you could be. It's who you are. That's what counts right now. There's no past. There's no power in the past or the future. All the power is in today. We must seize each day like there is no tomorrow. Get the competition out of other times out of your head. The present always wins. You can't battle without weapons, and the real ones only exist that are in your hand now. Yesterday's victories don't give you the edge today. You must decide to correct yourself to have lasting effects. With God's righteousness guiding you, we all know what is right. But it's a decision to walk in it. Even correcting yourself as you work through the day. You are your smartest that you've ever been today. You have all the failures and all the successes behind you. You know more now than you did then. You have been through the mill. You weren't smarter in the past. Forget it. You can remember your dumb moments of the past, you just don't have to repeat them today. How could you possibly be less or more clueless today than in the past? You've already gone through the lessons. You already made the mistakes. You were beat up for what you did, or you were blessed for what you did. Do you feel dumber? I don't think so. You would be wrong. Today, you are the brightest you've ever been. Use it like a wonderful tool to walk and enjoy and seize the day. Be rich in your own eyes first. Then you'll be rich in others. Certainly we need to be rich in God's eyes. We need to act that would please Him. If you want Him on your side, you can do great things in this life without God. But you can do much greater things with God. And your future will be quite different than if you don't do it with Him. What a great time. What a great day. What a great God. Walk in that, even this very moment. Praise God. Amen.